honour.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Today I rise to speak on behalf of my constituents Kate and Grant Goff and their 6-month-old baby Oakley. I recently met with this beautiful family who shared with me the heartbreaking story of baby Oakley's spinal muscular atrophy diagnosis at just 8 weeks old. Sadly, SMA is the leading genetic killer of infants under the age of 2 in Australia, with 1 in 35 Australians unknowingly carrying the gene. Deputy Speaker, had Oakley been screened for SMA as part of the newborn blood spot screening and started treatment sooner, her quality of life may be completely different today. I first became aware of SMA in 2018 through baby Mackenzie. At just 10 weeks old, little Mackenzie was diagnosed with SMA, sadly passing away at just 7 months and 11 days old. I brought Mackenzie's story to the attention of Minister Hunt and Minister Coleman, and they took prompt action. Deputy Speaker, this action resulted in the inclusion of a $20 million study into reproductive genetic carrier screening called Mackenzie's Mission in the May 2018 federal budget. I understand the Minister had asked all states and territories to include screening for SMA in their newborn blood spot screening programs. Trials for SMA through newborn blood spot screening programs are currently only underway in New South Wales and the ACT. I ask those in the room today, what about newborns impacted by SMA in other parts of the country? Deputy Speaker, I want to emphasise that the results of these trials have been extremely encouraging. The medical community is overwhelmingly in agreement that the sooner the treatment begins, the better the long-term prognosis for children with SMA. With that in mind, I'm calling on the Queensland State Labor Government to consider the courageous families battling SMA or will be in the future. Even AMA Queensland is asking for SMA to be included in the Queensland Newborn Blood Spot Screening Program. Deputy Speaker, our families do not have the time to wait for trials to conclude in New South Wales and ACT before Queensland State Labor acts. With the cost effectiveness of this test, approximately $10 per test, its positive results thus far, and the Morrison government's willingness to collaborate, I urge Queensland State Labor to include SMA in their newborn blood spot screening program. You've heard Oakley and Mackenzie's stories today. As a father of 2, there is nothing more important to me than family and their well-being. I'm taking this opportunity today to fight for the quality of life for these babies. No family should endure the heartbreak of losing a child to this disease, and no child should be disadvantaged based on where they're born.